All right, guys. How's everyone doing? Let's see how the logs will run on my PC. We shall see. Sure, it'll be a little choppier, but hey, I got that new i9 14900K running. So, you know what? Oh, that's a occlusion issue, but all right, we got the LODs. We got the LODs. We got the LODs. Yeah, it's the same list from the video. In the video, I didn't have LODs. Now I do have LODs. The heck happened here? Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing all right. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. I always forget. How do you power attack? I'm like actually. You just hold down. Okay, well that's not it. How do you power attack? Am I dumb? So I noticed too, you have Skyblivion added, which is probably why its stuff isn't as bullet spongy as before. It is one quick power attack, okay. Here, this is the... I can't unbind. Modifier only. Here, I'll do that. Disable block. Charge attack. Oh yeah, there it is. Man, you gotta get rid of that Valhalla combat noise though. That's ear piercing. Out of my ears. Alright, already off to a good start. Push you. And just like that. And just like that. Wunduniik graphics versus Novus V5. If I had to choose, I'd say Wunduniik has better graphics. We'll see how V6 is, but I mean, you gotta know V5 is like kind of a little dated at this point. I think I'm gonna do smithing. I'm gonna get some stamina in. Mud roads everywhere. I mean, mud roads, I guess, are a personal thing. Some people really like the mud. It's cool to look at sometimes, but yeah, the modding community evolves really fast. Really fast. And like literally like a month can go by and graphics can get outdated depending on what comes out. Sometimes you can go like a year. Sometimes you can literally go like 2022, between 2022 and 2023 was kind of a slow year for graphics. And then like towards the end of 2023, like a lot of new landscape mods came out. mesh mods, stuff like that. So it depends on so many things. Sometimes there's like 2 dry years, and then like just modders end up popping off. And there's even more landscape and grass and tree mods and stuff that are being worked on that'll come out sometime this year. So yeah, it's tough. Like as a Modlist author, if you're not like if you care a lot about visuals, like having the next gen stuff, you got to be updating. Community shaders releases. I don't know if that was the inspiration, really. I don't think that was the inspiration at all. I think it's actually the opposite. I think E&B inspired a lot of the new stuff because of E&B's complex parallax features when they came out. I think that's what started the whole thing. E&B, say what you want, E&B is always ahead of the game. You receive armor bonus if you're not staggered. I'm gonna read in. I feel like my graphics or my audio is a little loud. E&B is old, yeah. Just tone down the effects. Also, maybe is there one for the UI? I think it might have been at the top. I don't know. We can. When I see people always say, "Oh, this and that" about community shaders. Until I see a community shaders list that looks better than an E&B list, I'm not believing it. I'm not buying it. All these people say are, well, you just gotta like do this and that. It's like, all right, make a list. Let's see, because I can tell you for a fact, like, if you switched out E&B with community shaders, it would not look this good for Wunduniik, no matter what you did to the community shaders. And I'm not saying they won't ever look good. I'm just saying the stuff that's available right now, even the private stuff, well, not private, but like the Discord-based stuff, it doesn't look as good. Yeah, CS isn't even close. I've seen some CS that look as good or close to as good as like a very light E&B. But once you slap on all the, like, you could easily say, oh, people don't know how to use all the E&B effects. Like a bunch more, a bunch more effects came out with the new E&B version 502. Like, I think the mistake people are making when they're comparing E&B to community shaders is they think that E&B is like stagnant and that E&B hasn't been updating all these years, even though it is. It's constantly getting new features, performance updates, everything like that. So to just put it in like a thing, oh, well, CS is gonna eventually catch up. It's trying to catch up to a moving target. That's the problem. If E&B like stopped development completely, then it'd be like, okay, well, eventually, given enough time, maybe. But it's a moving target. Yeah, E&B got a huge update. So yeah, I don't. Wasn't. I'm just saying. We will see. Until I see it with my own 2 eyes, it's all speculation. Oh. What I can say is this, I think this 14900K is saving my ass right now. Dang, the double? Got the double. They killed the Vigilant of Stunda, rip. Yeah, I updated my BIOS and just reset my pulled out my CMOS battery to reset the memory and stuff. Reapplied thermal paste for the millionth time. I even cleaned out the pins. I cleaned out the pins because it looked like there was like some dust or something that got caught. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. People used to use ENB to literally prevent crashes in LE. Yeah, appreciate it, Brendan. Yeah, it wouldn't have been a terrible thing to return it, but I'm gonna change Dirt and Blood to be like deactivated. Because honestly, I ain't trying to be dirty. Memory leak thing? Maybe. Man, modding LE was such a chore. Modding LE was literally like, I mean, this was me, at least, modding LE. It's like, mod it, keep adding mods until your game becomes completely unstable, and then start from scratch. That was literally how I modded LE. How to mod LE in 2024, don't, right? It's crazy that like 10% of the modding community is still on LE.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pick. Well,
oh, it's that mod where you can buy stuff directly. Sure.
huh? Let's hear it.
Well, I don't know what trinkets, odds and ends.
I kind of like that mod, to be honest. Kinda like it. What do I have? Should I use Twin Blades? I'm actually kind of down. He's got a steel Twin Blade. The question is if it has animation. But I'm gonna get rid of the add item menu stuff. I got my Yennefer outfit. I got a cookbook. Also, I got Conjure Feral Daedroth.
Yeah, an ornament. Solid gold. You could? I've got some coin coming
You're
in
not
from my
from
last
around
shipment.
here.
It's
That
yours
makes
if
two of
you
us.
bring my claw back.
I'm also turning off side quests of Skyrim just because I don't, I'm not too big on every NPC having the dialogue. It's cool for people who want this mod.
I'd better get going.
You can like turn basically any NPC into a follower with it. Easy to disable. Best thing about LE is that mods don't depend on 10 different script extender plugins.
We have to go through town.
I don't think that's actually a good thing. I don't think that's actually a good thing. That's because LE mods were mostly Papyrus script based, if they had any scripts at all. And Papyrus scripts suck. Papyrus scripts will lag your game if there's like all sorts of script issues that LE mods had, and then like eventually like you would freeze. infinite loading screens were super common. I would not chalk that up to the best thing. Honestly, you want to know why my why is the shop messy when the claw was just in the counter? Was the claw there? I didn't return the claw yet. Maybe that's just from the buying things mod. I didn't see the claw. But the way I was able to get LE mods to be stable, my LE list, is I started to remove almost all gameplay mods, except super light, just very small like plugin based mods that had no scripts attached to them, and just focus on graphics mods. That's how I was able to get my stuff to be relatively stable. Oh my god. And he was like, I was getting denied. That heavy armor is no joke. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The only reason I could see for people still modding on LE is like they just can't afford special edition. That's valid. But other than that, like, I don't know. If you have the money to, I mean, well, actually though, you got I got special edition for free because I had the full legendary edition. I'm pretty sure everyone on Steam got, like, if you bought legendary edition before special edition came out, you got it for free. Chromic, maybe. I don't remember pretty much any E and B names from LE. That is true. LE does have a better color palette. LE's color palette is like the vanilla color palette is like cleaner, so you don't have to do like a lot of screwing around with colors. Special edition is very yellow. They just added like a yellow color filter to it. But a lot of people still think LE, E, and Bs look better. Oh yeah, the Twin Blade. Alex?
Hard not to.
We need to have a word. Why haven't you added unique animations to the Twin Blade yet? Or I'm gonna do it myself.
Can you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything.
You're that
I want a refund. I want a refund.
Can I get you something? Of course. How can I argue with that?
Okay, halted stream camp. You don't play with Twin Blades, so you forgot. Well, how am I supposed to be Darth Maul? How am I supposed to be Darth Maul? How do you eliminate stuttering? Good get a better PC. Am I tripping out, or does that have like extra? What's MMX42 alternate starts? Does it have extra windmill things? Or is it supposed to look like that? Wait, I've never seen a windmill here. Windmill Inn? Kinda cool.
Yeah?
What are you doing here?
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
It's not Jared, it's J-Red. Fancy, fancy. Bro, this is an inn? There's 2 chairs. But hey, they each have their private fireplace that you can catch fire in. Oh my god. They look stacked for extra power. Hell yeah. Stacked. I mean, I guess there is... This is like some serial killer inn. Imagine you get this room and they lock you in. And then they start telling you to put the lotion on the skin. It puts the lotion in the basket. Put the fucking lotion in the basket! The Buffalo Bill, it's jumping J-Red. Do this over the sleeping giant. It's probably get a discount for each like strand of hair there. You let them cut off your head. Basement can start leaking at any time, but you get free water, so sounds like a win to me. It's a motel. It's more like a hostel. Adding points of interest is hard, and modding most of the time it looks out of place. It really isn't hard. People just need to accept the fact that some of the old mods are better. Some of the old OG mods are still better. If I'm being honest, I think like when people realized that donation points can be farmed, that's when modding quality really started going downhill. And there's still some, I mean, it depends on the mod author, but the problem is you can, for every like good mod that comes out on Nexus, you get like 20 really crappy ones. That's the issue. So you gotta like, a lot of mods that look cool just ain't it, you know? I think that's what people gotta realize when I turn down their mod suggestions in my Discord is I'm not trying to like be harsh, it's like quality control, you know? That's what it comes down to. If I said yes to every single mod that came out, like... Wait, why can't I... Give me the corn first! Is that static? Bethesda started this? Yeah, I mean, that's actually kind of true, because Creation Club came out, and donation points were like kind of a way to keep people on Nexus. Because a lot of mod authors are like, they're just thinking, why would I keep modding on Nexus when I could just work for Bethesda and sell my mods? You can filter the translations out. You can filter pretty much anything out. You can filter entire categories. You can filter out not safe for work. So yeah, I don't even look at. It's on like your settings or preferences or something. Yeah, translation mods are good to filter out. I'm gonna keep going with stamina. Three. Hitting a target within 15 meters. I feel like I'm not gonna end up doing that. Bashing knocks an enemy to the ground. Hitting an enemy in the legs. Wait, arrows. Get two-handed. Power attacks do more damage. Yeah, it is a game changer. Just dancing. Dude really was determined to finish that dance. He was determined. Oh, you're invisible. I think I want to get a sword of some sort. Barbarian stuff. See. For now I'm using the crude battle axe, which has like an insane amount of damage. Oh, there we go. Crude iron greatsword. Do that. For some reason, the crude weapons have like an insane amount of damage. Why you gotta be so crude?
That's it. That's all you got.
Oh no. Why is it? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go back to the axe. I don't know why it's doing that. Was I having that issue with the twin blade though? Well, I'll use the battle axe. Dance moment? Hell yeah. I think modders do deserve some reward for the insane things they make. I just think that a voluntary... I think the Nexus system is just ideal. Like I've said it before, being the dead horse with this one, but... The Nexus system of donation points plus, you know, voluntary additional donations. I think that's a good system. Installed Unrun my moveset, but incorrect version for yeah. I see. Alex, did you know that you can use the Skyrim animations? If you ever wanted something other than the For Honor ones. Because some of the For Honor ones, I mean, they can be alright depending on the weapon type, but some of them are... And you can actually you can actually still have this. You can still have this part of the For Honor animations, but use for the regular animations, use something else. Yeah, Skyrim. Here, I'll give you the. They're whitelisted, which is awesome. I didn't know until did I have it? Might just be in my regular. They actually have like a faux mod installer where you can choose your animations and stuff. Actually, if you that's not finding it here. Oh, there it is. Skyrim MCO installer. So it's on Patreon, but it's free. There, I'm gonna shoot you this through a DM. They might end up actually fitting a little bit better. And it has them for like every single weapon type. They're pretty sick.
Time to end this
Did she like critical hit me or something?
I'll never get tired of killing these bastards.
Oh, nice. You do have the dynamic. All right, that changes everything. They're missing pre-hit frames and recovery annotations. Oh, the Skyrim ones are? I know they got updated recently. It's not so much that people deserve to be paid for their passion projects. It's more like if you appreciate something and want more of it, then you should support it. I agree with that. I think that is a good point. Is like if you really, I mean, people spend money on all sorts of stuff, right? And some people like don't have disposable income, so it's understandable. But if you're in a position where you do have disposable income and you like something, and the person is like making it for free, you know, don't feel like you're wasting your money if you want to throw them $1 or $2. Because it does mean a lot to that person. And I got deleted. Most of the graphics look great, but the players are looking more like Final Fantasy. The NPCs, you mean? Apostate Smooth Cam. Oh yeah, I saw Aljo made that. I wanted to try it out. They're both invisible? I was not about that life. One of these days I'll figure out what the soul settlement stuff is. How to properly use it. But today is not that day, so don't even offer, guys. I really liked looking at Aljo's new gameplay mods too. Yeah, it's Elden Ring stuff. But for those that don't know, sorry to like take you guys away from the stream, but these actually looked pretty interesting. It was like a race and class mod and like a standing stone mod, which I think is cool because there's not like a lot of there's really not a lot of good class mods. There's not a lot of good class mods out there. So it's cool seeing something. But yeah, this is this kind of reminded me of like Curse of the Firmament sort of thing. Oh, there's this Nern's Chosen. So these are like standing stones, kind of like a more interesting version of like the Simon Rim ones, where you can. It's not just a free bonus that you get. You also get a detriment, which I think is like how it should be, because that kind of morphs your playthrough a little bit more. I don't like the idea. Hey, no problem, Alex. Hey, thanks for the list. I'll catch you later. Have a good night, man. So like you get for the Apprentice Stone, your magicka regens twice as fast, and spells randomly cost up to 50% less. However, your magic resistance is reduced by 25%. You take twice as much magic damage. And this is also kind of reminds me of the older Elder Scrolls games, which is cool. But I do like there being some sort of a detriment. It's not just a free free power. It's interesting seeing you take less poise damage, but you're slower in combat, so that's kind of cool for like MCO. And then like the races and classes, it gives each of the races like it's this part is like kind of similar to Simon Rim, but a little bit closer to like traditional games, I think, still, and a little bit less based on just free stats for everybody. Like, I like Argonians getting more armor rating, being able to breathe underwater, swim faster. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Requiem. And then you also get to choose a class, which gives you your major and minor skills, and a bonus. Then you get starting equipment based on the class. It's pretty cool. Yeah, active powers removed. Active powers mostly sucked. Like the only good active power, in my opinion, and I don't think this is good like gameplay wise, but it was like the only fun one. It wasn't balanced at all. In vanilla is like the orc one, where it just straight up do twice as much damage. Obviously not balanced, but it was fun. It did make orcs fun to play. But like that's the only active power I ever used, ever. Outside of that, you're always using shouts, if anything. The faded. Gonna keep doing this. I got more reach than him. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep doing that. You don't regret putting LOTD? Oh my god, I instantly ended up getting suggestions like, oh, is LOTD actually coming? So a word about LOTD, if version 6 doesn't convince people that it's too bloated, I don't know, nothing will. The fact that they made it even less compatible with Solitude mods than it already was by adding a brand new in is like crazy to me. It hasn't been just a a player home where you collect stuff for a while now. Yeah, it's wild. It literally, you know how all of my mods that I track ended up like lighting up after the LOTD update because everything needed to update their patches. Like everything. Yeah, why does Solitude need another end? Yeah, I don't know. It's people like LOTD, but I don't. What's crazy to me? Here's the thing. I understand like having a slot for like actually unique items that you find throughout the game. Like it's cool to display your dragon claws and black books and stuff like that, right? But LOTD is like you gotta also display like your garbage. You gotta display like iron daggers and stuff. Why? But then it's not everything though. It's most stuff, but it's not everything. And then it's, I don't know. There's so many player home mods that let you display the unique items, which Skyrim doesn't have that many unique items. There's maybe like a couple hundred unique items, and like actually unique things in Skyrim. You don't need 5,000 displays. It's a good way to offload stuff. Again, you can just use player homes. I just got a mod idea. What if there was a mod that would randomize Skyrim's puzzle combinations? There's a mod that removes the puzzle like hints from dungeons.
It's coming loose. I can feel it. Ah, filthy noir. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Arvo was determined. I could have snuck up by this better. My sneak is low. Solitude Museum. I heard that mod has like a bunch of broken nav mesh and stuff. It looks kind of interesting, but I wish the building itself isn't interesting. The idea of it is cool, but the building itself didn't look interesting. I think it's kind of abandoned. I still think the best one is just like the Dovahkiin's vault. I think this is probably it's like one of Ellie's mods or something. It just it gives you displays for the things you need. So like the actual unique items in the game get displays. I mean, like I said, there's not that many unique items. Yeah. You need the clear sky shot? I don't see why that's an issue. I don't see how that's an issue at all. Because you need the clear sky shout just to get the unique items anyway. You know, to me, the most baffling thing about LOTD? Most of the people who want it never actually finish the game anyway. So, like, what's the point? Like, what percentage of Skyrim players do you think actually, like, get far enough to complete even half of the museum? Even half of it. So you know how many people out here constantly tell me that they haven't finished the main story in like years? So how are you gonna do LOTD? Like, you realize you have to play the game to actually, and not like constantly restart new characters to finish LOTD. I think LOTD players are the only people who ask for a content mod LOTD and actually engage with it, to be honest. Because people play LOTD instead of the rest of the game. Yeah, but that's why I think like Empyrean probably does LOTD better than other LOTD lists. I mean, this is kind of a hot take, but Empyrean is for the most part just like LOTD graphics mods and like some gameplay mods, but doesn't add tons of new stuff. I think, in my opinion, I think that's better than adding a bunch of content mods and LOTD. It's gone from Empyrean? Oh, well, rip. But I think ideally an LOTD list would be like pretty minimalistic and just focus on LOTD and vanilla improvements and not add a bunch of stuff. That way you can actually do LOTD, complete LOTD. I mean, that's my take, I don't know. Excuse me. That's the pack I use. Start with SME, add graphics on LOTD. Exactly, yeah. Take like visual only list and add LOTD and GG. You said it's better now that LOTD is gone? Well, so I think that he plans on adding it back. I don't want to put words into Alabast's mouth, but I'm pretty sure removing LOTD was only temporary. That's what I'm saying. I think he was waiting for version 6. You think Clockwork is a short quest mod? I mean, if you use console commands. What's funny is version 6 added mechanics that could have been... It could have made the need for patches obsolete. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. I wouldn't hold your breath on Lost Legacy updating anytime soon, but never know. Actually, I'm gonna do the Thief one. I think the Thief has some like busted stuff. You take less damage from ranged weapons? That actually sounds great. There's a build display option for the mod now, so if you want to display more item, you wouldn't need the patch. Well, I guess if you want to do manual displays and stuff. That's not the patching problem with LOTD though. That isn't the patching problem. The patching problem is how much of the world LOTD messes with. And just how massive the mod is. I mean, like, if you think that having a gigantic structure where there's potentially thousands and thousands of items that you store in it won't cause issues, I don't know. And again, that's why I think LOTD works better for light lists. Don't have a ton of stuff. But in general, it seems to be the opposite. So, I don't know. I'm not an LOTD expert. I'm just saying I would imagine that for people like me who like too much crap and like it just gets overwhelming, I would much prefer, if I actually wanted to do LOTD, I would much prefer it in a light list where it's Skyrim, maybe some vanilla quest expansions, things like that, but no added quest mods. Or I can just do all of Skyrim's quests and collect LOTD stuff, or Skyrim and nothing else. Why do I have my hand out when I'm in first person? Like, I don't know why the equipped animation, it's like I have nothing in my hand. Got a new wireless headset. Hey, which one did you get? Corsair, all right. My mouse is Corsair, and I used to have a Corsair keyboard. Make some solid stuff. I don't know if I don't remember having a Corsair headset, but I'm sure I did at some point. I feel like I've tried every brand's headsets. And I always go back to HyperX. Yeah, get stagger locked, bish. Good frog. Getting grip remind me of combat gameplay overhaul. Oh. Well, I mean, CGO kind of, to some extent, got redundant due to, whatchamacallit, MCO. Well, SkySA first, and then MCO. Ooh. Yo, my wife handed me something that makes me super happy. My wife hand me something. I don't think that's a hot take at all, Faded, considering there's like no lists anymore that use CGO. I think that Elysium uses like CGO Lite or something. Can't think of any others. Alcohol? Nah, I don't drink. For homeowners, you'll know how hot it is to get a escrow refund check. That is the sexiest thing that someone can hand someone else. Is a fat escrow refund check. Basically means that last year we overpaid in like insurance and property tax. Yeah, it's money. It is money. Oh my god, I thought that tree was a person. Kill her! Kill the goblin. For a second, I honestly thought the goblin was the one making the saying, "You won't get the best of me."
You speak to a vigilant of Stendar.
That zoomed in so fast on her face. That was Oblivion tier.
Walk always in the light, or we will drag you to it. The mercy of
Yo, that's actually hilarious how fast it zooms into their face. That's actually Oblivion camera. Like just a random. Why does it do that sometimes? It gets like caught on the back pedal. Flesh Colossus. Kind of want a mod list that uses over-the-top MC animations. I considered making a JRPG list, a very light graphics JRPG list, like legit cartoony graphics. That's what MCO Go was originally gonna be, but then I got sidetracked and made a masterpiece. Most humble mod list out there be like, you wanna? I don't got time. Like, I know it would be a meme for me, but I know it would be popular for like other people would legitimately like it. So I kind of wanted to do it as a challenge to myself. Like actually make a lot of the characters like anime, have over-the-top anime animations, anime outfits for all the characters. Like you can either make something good or you can turn Skyrim into JRPG, yeah. Got sidetracked and made a masterpiece. Yeah.
What do you need?
I mean, unironically, I'm super happy with what I accomplished for Lorem. Even if it's not everyone's cup of tea, even if some people don't like it, I'm happy with what it is. And since at least one person said it's their favorite list, I've succeeded. Man, the Archwood looks really cool at night sometimes. Although I feel like it would look better with so you know like how second chapter I was gonna do like really fantasy stuff. So yeah, like I was gonna blend my ideas to make it like a JRPG, like make the entire land super fantasy, and use the cell reshade shader thing. But I don't know how it would turn out. Also, time and effort. Patching a third list. Oh my god, stop trying to talk to me. Minotaur. Orcish. Wakizashi. He's over here trying to give me beer during a goblin attack. He's drunk. He has 2 goblin shaman staffs. even know what I'm swinging at. Do they all die? I think there's one survivor. I don't know where he went though. Dude. Oh, dude, just go. Can't wait while taking health damage? Charmed necklace. I think they pretty much all died. Esla, I really wanted to add Esla, but I think it's like very incompatible with a lot of stuff.
Yes? Yes? What do you need? Need something? Hmm? Need something? Hmm? What do you need?
What? It was all a dream. Life can be a dream. Life can be a dream. Yeah, Esla, I mean... Lingonberry. I think the problem, though, with Esla is ultimately... like, the leveling system was one of people's least favorite parts of Oblivion and Morrowind. So it's kind of funny when people, like, take something that people hated. I mean, obviously not everyone hated it, but a lot of people didn't like it. So it's kind of funny when I see, you know, they want to add it, but that's one thing that people actually didn't like. One of the things. Oh my god. This place is Archer's nightmare. Oh, he died. Dragon Priest Claws? That's very not intimidating. I thought they would be way cooler. Alright, I got this. What the fuck? You can climb. Skyrim has almost as many active players as Fallout 76. What's funny is the Fallout 4 hype is already almost dead. Like Fallout 4, it had like over 100,000 players, and then now it's like 30k. It loses players every single day. I considered jumping on the hype bandwagon, making a Fallout 4 list, and I'm like, what's the point? I'm gonna do all this effort, but by the time it takes to actually release a list, the hype will be dead anyway. If I wanted to make something that's actually good, you know? Like, why care? What's going on here? Who are you?
Come, I haven't got all day.
Moo Rob? Big ass tree. Yeah, Fallout 4 is more of an action game, for sure, than an RPG. I mean, there are a lot of mods, though, that add RPG elements to it. But there's not a lot of mods that add more depth to the dialogue. That's the ultimate issue, is you can't really make the characters interesting. You can make the gameplay more interesting, but not the actual characters in the game. That was a big ass Spriggan. I'll take no passion in their games after Skyrim. Maybe. If I'm being honest, Legends was one of their best games. And Legends, them no longer developing it as a frickin' travesty. The Elder Scrolls Legends could have been really good. Oh, I mean, choose a race, weapons and spells are 35% more effective. Have you heard of the High Elves? What do you think is more common? I mean, Dark Elves probably, honestly. Dark Elves are probably the second most common race. Imperials, though. I don't know. Imperial. Kind of wanted to do High Elves, but they die so fast anyway. It was good, Omar. Got a racism perk. What can I say? No, it's not a backstab mod. That was just the kill cam animation thing. But yeah, for those who haven't played Legends, I recommend you do. Because Legends is basically Skyrim's backstory. And it's pretty fun as a card game, even against like AI. Let's see, I got 2 perk points. I feel like I should wait until next level though. Next level I'm gonna get 50 two-handed. It actually does remind me of Horizon Zero Dawn. They never rush things. But yeah, they take forever and they still make a bad game. That's crazy to me. Starfield has been in development, or was in development, since like Fallout 4 was released. So yeah. You can only blame so much on COVID. Amulet of Tune prevents the wearer from unwillingly becoming a werebear. Health regen. Carry weight is increased. Minor health thing. You haven't gotten a single ring. Big chunk of that dev time was creation kit there. For creation engine too? I mean, yeah, probably, but that's really not a great excuse because I mean, what an engine is like a collection of libraries. That's why engines are based off of other engines, and that's why a lot of modern engines today have stuff from like the 90s. Because people always talk about engine this, engine that. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel every single time. So instead you just add to it. But I don't think that really excuses the development time, considering like how little Starfield had in terms of actual gameplay. Man, I'm really kind of missing moss rocks. I really kind of like this mod.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out here.
It looks nice. Fine, I'll give you a frickin' potion.
Hello? You! Thank Kinnereth for you, stranger. I'd almost given up hope. Name's Valder. We tracked a Spriggan. I may have lost a drop or two of blood. I just need a... Much better. Thanks, friend. I wouldn't have lasted much longer without that.
I don't think the engine is the issue, guys. I really don't. Like, the engine is not the problem.
Much better.
I think people just want
an
excuse for why Bethesda sucks today.
But now what? I can't just walk away. You'd really...
It's not the engine. It's just easier to say the engine sucks and Bethesda's lazy about the engine than to say Bethesda just sucks now. And Bethesda today is not the Bethesda from back then. That's the harder piece of truth to swallow. Is I'm sure very few of the developers who worked on Oblivion, Morrowind, Skyrim are still at Bethesda. So, engine aside, it could be Unreal Engine 5, and it wouldn't change much. I mean, they could have had a bunch of loading screens on a different engine. Yeah, pretty much all the lore guys left for Morrowind. That's why their storytelling kept getting worse and worse. I honestly think when it comes to stories, they ran out of ideas with Oblivion. Like after Oblivion, Oblivion was the real last Bethesda game that had tons of memorable quest lines to me. Even though I think Skyrim has like a more interesting atmosphere and they improved some gameplay mechanics over Oblivion, like for the most part Skyrim's quests are just kind of whatever. A lot of people don't even do them anymore. They just wander around and clear out random dungeons instead of doing fetch quests. Yeah, Skyrim's guilds are... I don't know. They all behave kind of the same way. Skyblivion, yeah, that'll be fun. I'm happy. You know why I'm happy about Skyblivion? It's not even for me. Like I'm generally excited for people who have never played Oblivion before and don't want to go back to Oblivion because of the visuals, and this will be their first chance to dive into Oblivion stories and whatnot. I'm like so happy for them. I'm actually so happy. Like, for me, it'll be cool to like see Oblivion in a newer engine, newer graphics and stuff. But I'm super stoked to see like people's reactions to that have never played Oblivion before. I would almost say at this point, if you've never played Oblivion, you might as well wait for Skyblivion. And then maybe after Skyblivion, go back and play the OG. To like see differences and stuff. Did you do this? 5 quests, great. He'll be our leader now, right? Man, Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood questline though. When you guys finally experience it, you'll know why.
I'll give them a proper
I think it's a two-headed sword. Like when you go back, when you play Skyblivion, I think you're finally going to understand why older Elder Scrolls fans give Skyrim a lot of flack. Don't get me wrong, Skyrim with mods can be really good, really good. But you'll see. You're gonna have. Hey, don't spoil it for people. Let's not spoil it for people because there's man, yeah, the house quest is insane. The Dark Brotherhood questline is insane. The Thieves Guild questline is insane. The mechanics that you unlock with some of the other guilds. The main DLC. Skyrim isn't the audiobook, Oblivion was the actual book. I missed? Missed that time. Why do you have traveling mage outfits on you, good sir? Oblivion modding scene was probably like I think a lot of Skyrim's modding scene owes itself to Oblivion's modding scene. Because Oblivion really like a lot of the OG Skyrim modders came from Oblivion. And a lot of the tools we had got fleshed out in Oblivion compared to Morrowind. Yeah. Oblivion was the godfather. And I know Morrowind has like a good modding community too, but I think Oblivion really started to give a glimpse into some of the stuff that was going to be possible for Skyrim. Because like Oblivion had like dodging mods, it had like dual wielding mods, you know, a lot of crazy magic mods, a lot of world space expansions. A lot of the visual mods are successors of Oblivion visual mods. The first mod will be, what do you mean? I'm pretty sure a lot of mods for Skyrim are just going to work with Skyblivion out of the box. Oblivion is the first game to have dodge roll, not Demon Souls, which is kind of funny, yeah. Well, actually, no. I remember there being dodging mechanics in games for like PS2. You know what game was underrated as hell? Although probably not like a lot of people played this, is PS2's Scorpion King game. That game was actually like pretty good for a PS2 action game. It was actually insane. Like you played as the Scorpion King, voiced by The Rock, right? And you ended up fighting like Egyptian gods. It was actually nuts. And it had like a really cool ending. Like you ended up going to like the underworld and fighting like all these like crazy Egyptian characters. You went to like, you ended up fighting like minotaurs and stuff, and I don't know. It was such an underrated game. It's funny though, like a game like that, a game that I found super fun used to be called like shit, and by today's standards, it'd be like really good. God of War. Well, the Scorpion King game was essentially God of War before God of War, because the Scorpion King game, let's see, Scorpion King: Rise of the Akkadian. This came out September 2002. God of War came out 2005. This was literally like the OG. Like, if you guys, regardless of how you obtain it, you guys really need to check out this game. Scorpion King: Rise of the Akkadian. It's actually really fun. Really fun. The reception was bad because they found the plot was thin, the combat flimsy and frustrating. That sounds like a skill issue. This sounds like a skill issue, to be honest. Found the graphics at best serviceable, if a little bland. One person thought the combat was frustrating, the other person thought it was too easy. I don't know. I think it's a good game for Canadian. What do they mean? The graphics are spectacular. Look at that. Top tier. I mean, for PlayStation 2. Oh, you could like grab people and stuff. But it had like a dash mechanic. I don't care what people say. This game was awesome. Look, you could. Come on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. For PS2, this was actually fucking peak. Those reviewers have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, it was an early PS2 game. You had like little powers and stuff. But yeah, you like upgraded your weapons. You could have like different weapon types. It literally had MCO. Yeah, I don't want anyone talking about MCO. Look at that. Hit commitment. Hit commitment. This was literally MCO. MCO is Soulslike. Like when I hear people think that just MCO is Soulslike.
How do you feel?
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. That reminds me, I really need to go back and play there's that Or is it still being worked on? There's like that mod coming out for... I can get cowboy chaps? Like... Armor is really freaking good. What the heck? Riding outfit? That can be taken one of two ways. Yo, this one would be good. This one would be good for the character Rebel Wild Beast. Pirate armor. I'm going for like a Horizon vibe. This Huntress armor is OP, but it's like a little on the skimpy side. Even for what I already got. Okay. That. I can do bracelets instead of gloves. That. Wild Beast hat. I don't have no more money.
Good day. Yes? The finest weapons and armor.
Can I not sell anything to her? Can. Take all my stuff.
Farewell.
Hey, there we go. What's up, Cody? Skyrim directional combat. Is that your entire question? Skimpy is the new conservative. That's true. It's not skimpy until you're butt naked. See this? See, this is risque. This is risque. Wait, I can wear these gloves with the bracelets. That must mean that I can wear those other bracelets with this too. Let me get those. Uh-oh. My character looks like Ella. I was going for. Not the freeze. Not crash freeze. Couldn't handle the skimpy, I know. Too skimpy for me. Mr. Freeze strikes again. Allow me to break the ice. The game said, chill out. Freezes are worse than CTDs because they're a lot harder to diagnose. Hey, Adrian. Hey, I'm glad to help. Thank you so much for the support. Best thing about Open Morrowind, it never crashes. You can make it crash. You can make it crash the same way as you can make Skyrim SE crash. It's just, you don't get the random engine crashes that you get from Morrowind. This and Lorem are best looking WebJack list out right now. I would honestly agree. Top 5 base game followers. Base game? Serana, Genasti, Ayala, Mercurio, and Yol, I guess. Jazargo. Jazargo is funny. Best looking graphics are Lorem and GVO and Gofied. True. Performance-wise, between Lorem and this, Lorem is definitely more performance-friendly on the Ultra setting. Have you ever tried plating with the black letterbox setting in the E&B? Personally enjoyed it during city exploration and walking. To me, the letterbox thing is like a budget ultra wide screen. Skyrim. It's fun. Skyrim was my favorite overhaul for the longest time. Hey, Crossway, what's good? I didn't even see you there.
What do you need? Looking to protect yourself?
How you been?
Deal some damage?
I should be able to wear that, I think. That. Almost out of these arrows. They sulfur a lot, so those. Oh, I should actually keep these because I want to eventually temper my stuff.
Until next time.
Hey, there we go. All right, now we got the alloy look. Letterbox is used to cover artifacting, top and bottom, something that's caused by EMB. I've never seen that. Oh. The best use of... You want to know the best use of letterboxing, in my opinion, is if you add the letterbox and then you incorporate the UI into it somehow. Like you see how this timer is here, so like make the letterbox cut off there, and then also readjust the health, magicka, stamina bars to be at the bottom. Like I think if you're gonna do letterbox, you should do it that way. Binge watching videos on drill rep to understand why these young guys are dying left and right. It's really heartbreaking. It's a cruel world. Why do you say alloy like that? What do you mean? Oh, that's her name, Alloy. The color aloe vera. We found the Gatorade. Let's go, boys. I'm gonna drink it all. The mud crabs can't have any. I target that. Water fish. That's not how you say it. I thought it was alloy. But I mean, I played the game. It's been years, but am I like Aloy? Is it Aloy? I always thought it was alloy. Now that I know it annoys you, I'm just gonna keep calling her Alloy. Also, I'm gonna play Alloy and Vagabond. I'm gonna go on a rampage. Do you guys know how many videos, like shorts especially, I've intentionally mispronounced? It doesn't annoy you? How many shorts and stuff I've intentionally mispronounced things in the first few seconds? It's a very common trick. It's engagement bait. Essentially, the YouTube algorithm pushes shorts based on how many people interact with them. And it doesn't really look at what people are saying. It can be negative, it can be positive. It just looks... If you can make people rush to the comment section to correct your pronunciation, you're winning. Yeah. I like playing as Alloy. Sorry, Eloy. Elroy. Leroy. Are there any other sprinting animation mods out there or no? Yeah, but a lot of them are rough around the edges, to say the least. Aloy Jenkins. Aloe Vera.
I've been looking for you. Ah, a letter. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
If a mispronunciation bothers you, you probably didn't grow up with foreign parents. I mean, I'm a foreigner too, but listen. It'd be like... It'd be the funniest pronunciations of certain things. Like, instead of Trader Joe's, it's Trader Joyce. It's not Trader Joe's, it's Trader Joyce. It's not Safeway, it's Safeway. I don't know why my favorite is Home Depot. We need to go to the Home Depot. I'll forever call it Trader Joyce. Trader Joyce, yes. Trader Joyce. It's the best. This is the best one. Oh god, those talkative friggins. I'm so glad I killed it fast. What kind of accent does that? I mean, I'm Bosnian, so I can only speak on that. Home Depot. Hyperbole. The hyperbole is like what comes after the Super Bowl. And then if you want a 100% chance, you get the Master Bowl. Reckon was practicing death metal vocals. I think it was just a smoker. I've been smoking sap for 40 years.
Strangers like you bring war.
Hell yeah!
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters.
They're reforming the Dawn God. How come some levels I can't raise my like my two-handed or whatever? Like it's at 48. It's like the calculation is breaking or something. Man, I gotta level up again. Man, I'm kind of close. No, this isn't Nature of the Wildlands. It's a combination of tree mods. I mean, Nature of the Wildlands is in this, but it's like Nature of the Wildlands plus the Archwood. You know how I describe Lorem as vanilla plus Modlist? Looks don't seem. I don't know. Lorem being vanilla plus and Wunduniik being vanilla plus are both like perfect examples of why vanilla plus doesn't actually mean anything. If both Lorem and Wunduniik can be considered vanilla plus, then vanilla plus truly doesn't mean anything. I don't know. This is not what I think of when I think vanilla plus. I don't. For months and months, I tried to not use the term vanilla plus because I genuinely don't think vanilla plus means anything at all. But if I did have to give vanilla plus a meaning, this ain't it. Vanilla plus is like Ascension, Aurora. I think vanilla plus is just a meaningless term that people throw around. Everything. I like I forgot who said it first, but every list is vanilla plus. It just depends on how much plus you're adding. What's a good alternative to vanilla plus? There isn't one. Because it doesn't mean anything. There's visual only lists. But not everyone would consider that to be vanilla plus. But you could make the argument that it's vanilla plus visuals.
Take a seat and get the cold out.
That sounds like the thing I said. It might have been you, yeah. Like, some people, I mean, Simon Rim is even self-described as vanilla plus. So a lot of times, people conflate vanilla plus with Simon Rim, the Simon Rim suite, like Adamant, Aetherius, and stuff. But I think like once you start adding like drastic visual overhauls, tons of like content add-ons, or completely overhaul the animations with like MCO and stuff, add tons and tons of armors and weapons, I think it stops being vanilla plus. And Lorem is, yeah, definitely not vanilla plus. I think vanilla plus, to me, if I had to give vanilla plus a meaning, truly, it would be something that somebody who has only played vanilla can jump right into and understand. And so you immediately exclude Requiem, anything Requiem related, and you exclude anything with complicated gameplay mechanics like MCO and dodging and parrying and stuff. You know, like that's... So to me, a vanilla plus list would be something that a vanilla player can jump into and understand, and just vanilla but better. So maybe some Simon Rim mods, maybe even NIRIM. You could squeeze in the minimalist NIRIM to a vanilla plus playstyle, but not adding tons of enemies or tons of like overhauling the vanilla dungeons and stuff. But probably say any combat mod is not vanilla plus. I think that's true. I think that like a lot of combat mods are can just confuse vanilla players. Yeah, I think NIRIM might be vanilla plus. I think Ordinator is so common. And Ordinator really is, at its root, it's vanilla with just more stuff thrown on top, but it's like, it's not going to confuse vanilla players, you know? they're probably going to look at it and be like, wow, look at all these perks, and then they can just go and read them, you know? But you take something like Requiem, where it completely changes stamina management and what abilities actually do and stuff like that, then it's not Vanilla Plus.
Make it quick. Until next time.
Alright, who is this? You don't look like a vampire.
Lots of Imperial patrols passing by the tower outside of town.
Oh my god,
I'll go have a look
stop.
when we get a chance.
I hear Boulder made it back. Welcome to Dead. If you want a place to spend the night, let me know. I keep the inn.
Yes?
I'll rent you a
Where's the vampire?
gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
The freaking vampire. Sure, it's not this. Oh. I think Vanilla Plus is more about closeness to vanilla design.
You there. The Dawn Guard is looking for anyone.
I think, yeah, you can make that argument too.
Like you. Go talk to him at Fort Dawn Guard, southeast of Riften. You'll decide if you're Dawn Guard material.
But I mean, like, this is technically a Simon Room list. So just Simon Room by itself doesn't really make something Vanilla Plus. I think it is an important part of it, but I don't think it's the end all be all. Nor do I think this has all of Simon Room mods. I mean, it's just Vanilla Plus could mean a lot of things. Untitled Modlist is Vanilla Plus. Yeah, I mean, like, I was talking to this about I was talking to Alja about this, and like, Lauren is honestly not much of a Requiem list compared to other Requiem lists. Like, it's really, if there's such a thing, it's Requiem Plus. It's Requiem plus a bunch of NIRIM mods, you know? And if someone only plays Requiem, they might go into Lorem and get destroyed just for the simple reason that they just don't understand a lot of the gameplay mechanic stuff. It's a good tomato. If I made a complete majestic landscape complex material conversion, would it be worth it? No. I don't think so. I don't think a lot of people use majestic landscapes formatting. And I think a lot of people are also moving away from majestic mountains. Majestic mountains is I've tried so hard. I've tried so hard to use it, but holy crap, I can never not get tons of warping issues and all sorts of other stuff. Use it, Lantian. Yeah. If you can find out a way to make ERM really good, like if you can make ERM like actually blend nicely, like I wouldn't mind using ERM, but issue is it doesn't. I don't know if this uses ERM. I don't know if this does. I can't really find an example, but what mountain mod does Lorem use? It uses Atlantean. Not a lot of folks know that Atlantean has custom mountain meshes, and they're really good. And you can treat them pretty much the same way that you use ERM. The Rock 01 blend with Atlanteans. Alex using your entire landscape? He might be. I think, yeah, I think he is, because earlier at the stream I saw your stuff. Love the consistency of Lauren textures, yeah. I pick and choose a lot of textures. All right, Mehan, I appreciate you hanging out. Have a good night's sleep. Yeah, neat, but it doesn't fix the turn-based combat that I don't like. I've played Baldur's Gate 3. I just prefer like KOTOR's implementation of having like it's like KOTOR isn't turn-based like KOTOR 1 and 2, but they did have like the dice roll mechanic. I gotta kill some giants. Right, you better not. This should be relatively easy with this. I probably have some like skirmishers blocking. I guess I don't. No, it's not maximum carnage. It's like Mihail's exploding mud crabs or whatever the hell thing. It's like some mud crab dismemberment thing. But I actually removed that mod because from like my own list, because I confirmed several crashes it caused and I didn't feel like figuring out how to fix them. I forgot what I did, but I was able to like repeat some crashes. Alright, you know what, kid? It looks like Xerxes. Great success. Your toes. Simple beheading. It's like completely unbalanced though. It's just like you insta kill people. It's like a very the current implementation of it is like very, if you're going for any semblance of balance, it's just not it. All right, see the rest of us. Yeah, you just aim for their necks and you win fights. I don't think that's a. Instead, it should trigger based on like if a If like the hit is actually going to kill them, that should be the only time it triggers. Instead, how it works is it's just like you can set a percentage chance, and it just insta kills them. I've only seen the insta kill happen when it would have been a killing blow anyway. I haven't. I've seen it. I've seen it chop people's heads off from like 100 health. Yeah, it's. I mean, unless they fixed it or changed it or something, that's how it was. And that mod was also causing crashes. So maybe that's a uniquely MCO related issue. I don't see why MCO would have anything to do with it. Elder Gleam. Again, it just really depends on what you mean by Vanilla Plus. I feel like committing to a weapon type yet. I mean, listen, maybe they changed it here. Let me, so I'm not talking out of my ass. That's how it was before. So let me check the change log. So it looks like it's changed. Where regular and power strikes aimed at the head can trigger this event when an actor's health drops to 0. I mean, maybe it is changed. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a bug and it got fixed, or I don't know. You added Requiem and Bruma to your testing list. It's literally piss easy to use Rectificator. Yeah, it is. Everyone is glazing Elden Ring and think no one can make a better game. I just want more role-playing cutscene. What would make it a better game for you? I just don't like... I don't like Souls games' idea of difficulty, which is basically memorizing attack patterns, and then once you memorize those attack patterns, then the game is easy. Like, you have people literally doing, like, no-hit runs, you know? Just because they've memorized all the attack patterns of all of the enemies and stuff. I think those Souls-like games just boil down to that. And I can't really be bothered to sit there memorizing crap. As a dad, I got way too much on my mind to be memorizing Elden Ring animation. It's a beautiful world, really good animations and stuff. but I don't know. Again, I think it has a fair bit of roleplay elements, but I don't know. I feel like you spend more time just doing boss fights than like. It doesn't feel like you're doing quests and stuff, you know. I don't know how to explain it. The world and the lore and stuff in Elden Ring don't interest me. The heck? What is this from? Oh, it's from Rins? Like it's always nighttime, holy crap. That's a little easier to see. Like... Oh, have I gotten any more custom skills? So I got one more path of the archer. You move 20% faster while aiming a bow. I'm moving pretty fast. Ow! Why do arrows knock my ass? Why are they? Wait, what? I'm like, why is it not aiming at, like, actually at them? Bro, what the fuck is that? Look at your die katana. Honestly? We're mixing it up. Also, 8th level. Smithing, archery, light armor, what can I do? Each? Security? Maybe start going sneak. Oh my god. Alex, please get rid of the For Honor side animations. They're so broken. They break all the time. It's just all you gotta do is delete a couple folders. Why are the Thalmor after me? Get impaled, bitch, boy. They had an execution order on me? You spend more time memorizing the bosses instead of immersing yourself in the world, is what you mean? Yeah, I guess so. That's one way to put it. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Soulslike games. Not any deeper than that. Like, not everyone has to like them. To each their own. I mean, like, they're pretty niche. Like, I know a lot of people like them, but a lot of people also don't like them. It's not, they're not like for everybody. Alright, Crossway. Yeah, go get some rest.
You call yourself a Nord?
Like a straightforward story. Yeah. Yeah, not everyone has to like them. Not everyone has to like any game. Like, I can respect them, but I can't get myself into them. Arrow. I don't really need these bolts, to be honest. Yeah, like I had fun in like a comparable game would be like Hellblade. I had a lot of fun in Hellblade 1. And I you know, beat it, but what I also, you know what I like about Skyrim or Elder Scrolls in general is there's tons of ways to play Skyrim that a lot of people would consider to be valid ways to play the game, right? But those Souls-like games have like a lot of fanatics who just like will shame you for playing in a cheesy way, you know? And that's what I think put me off on it when I was streaming it. I think my biggest mistake was streaming Elden Ring. It really made me not enjoy the game. And I started to also kind of, it almost, if Hellblade didn't have like a really cool story and stuff, that also would have ruined Hellblade for me. But like, one of the first comments somebody made was like, "Oh, if you're not playing on the hardest difficulty on Hellblade, then you might as well not play it at all. Like you're not gonna actually play the game for how it's meant to be played." Like, shut the fuck up! Holy fucking crap! It's a video game. I'll play it whatever the damn well way I please. Some people, I swear to God, it's like they're really overcompensating, and they need to touch grass. Like, beating a video game on hard difficulty doesn't mean shit. Congratulations. I'm a big fan of play how you want. Exactly. Yeah, if you need a cheese. That's why I also, like, in Lorem, like, there's certain things that, like, I balance that are just, like, unintentional things that, you know, that should be balanced, like for like, well, not balanced necessarily, consistency. But then there's other things, like people be like, this spell is so easy, it needs to be super nerfed. Even though I nerfed it like 3 times, I'm just like, at this point, shut the fuck up. Either use the spell or don't use the spell. Like, okay, if you get a really cool spell, and it's really strong, if you think it's too strong, just don't use the damn spell. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, in pretty much any game ever made, there's so many things that you can do to cheese the game. So... yeah, if it's a single-player game, just... honestly, even if it's a multiplayer game, like a multiplayer... in multiplayer games, unless you're like downloading additional software to obviously cheat, you can play the game whatever the way you want, and it's expected. That's why I kind of miss playing multiplayer games sometimes. It's like just do whatever you want, whatever it takes to win, you know. But for some reason, we're supposed to have everything be perfectly balanced no matter what. And
you picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Single player games. That just to me doesn't make a lot of sense. That was easy. Yeah, multiplayer games do balancing because it actually matters in multiplayer games. Otherwise, someone's just going to do the same thing over and over again because there's an incentive to beat other players. But it's in a single player game, it really, I don't think it's that deep at all. Like, those are the best things about Oblivion and Morrowind. Is like, if you really wanted to have an easy playthrough, you could just go and exploit the hell out of the game. And then if you found it too easy, you just didn't do that next playthrough. Like, I mean, it wasn't rocket science. Alright, see you, Anib. Good, Frosty. But yeah, I think that what matters for Skyrim balancing is like just make sure that something isn't clearly like unintended broken. Like an example is like there was a Mihail monster or something that I remember, and it dropped. The weapon should have been flagged as does not drop, because when it dropped, it does like 4 times more damage than like a Daedric weapon, you know? Like that sort of stuff is like very obvious. Like, okay, like yeah, that should be fixed. But if it's like, oh, there's this spell and it has this effect and it's too strong, like, okay, like I can take a look at it a little bit. But if I need to like, at a certain point, if people just keep crying about it, I'll just remove the entire thing completely. And then I got rid of fun, you know? Focusing on that outliers only as a web dev is pretty fair. You're paid to be a game dev. Exactly, yeah. So I'm saying, like, if people want me to remove all the fun, like, okay, I'll do it. Like, what is it? Akado's recital or whatever? People like, oh, it's too OP. Well, some people like it. I don't know what to tell you. I personally, like, never use that spell. You should be paid though at this point. You know what? I agree. Give me all your money, guys. Do you get to the Cloudberry very often? You accidentally use Elysium Modlist link in the description of the Wunduniik video. What? I don't think I did. What? It literally says Modlist website, GitHub, Alex Smoothie, Wunduniik. Sounds like a skill issue. Well, I balance things that people want can be tedious for someone else. Exactly. 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 Goes back to the point I've made before, is a lot of difficulty becomes tedium. Okay. What the fuck is going on? What was that? Again, my point, a lot of difficulty becomes tedium. What was that? Oh, rip crash. Hidden trampoline, right? I mean, there's an extremely blurry line between challenging and difficult and tedious. Yeah, yes, I know, but that's why it's important, I think, for people to actually play their lists. I honestly balance things. Like, you know what, when I really nerf things or buff things is like when I play my own list and then I get annoyed by something. That's when I balance things. I've had very few things that I've balanced just from people complaining about them. I just play the game, and if I think something is overpowered and it's ruining the fun for me, or I think something should be buffed a little, like, then I'll take a look at it. Like, I was playing the list and I'm like, wow, there's barely any armor penetration stuff because of yours, Alja yours, and Wilex tweaks or whatever. So I like buffed the armor penetration perk, and then I'd like nerf the stamina cost reduction on it or something. I'm like, the stamina part is too easy. Just face roll light armored enemies, but then you don't get any pen for late game stuff. Also, would I consider fun, engaging level of challenge others might consider unfun? Yeah, I mean, everybody has different tastes. I think what we can agree is there's really a list for everybody. If this last year didn't prove it, I don't know. Like the whole I part of me fair, I had no reference for what the fuck armor penetration should be when I hit those perks. Yeah. No, it makes sense. But like it irks me so much when people come in here and they're like, what's the best list? Or between this and this list, which one is better? Or it's like, what's your favorite list? Or what's your favorite? You know what I'm just like, I roll my eyes every time, is so many people say, what's your favorite list besides Lorem? And then now that I made NGVO, I'll just say NGVO. And then now people caught on to that and they're like, what's your favorite list besides the ones that you made? It's like, shut the fuck up. What you're basically saying is you don't like my list, so tell me which one I think is the best out of everything else. It's like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna cater to that. So you're gonna get answers like Cursadelica or some other troll answer. Well, the best listing doesn't help by the fact that there's been YouTubers saying that this list is the best list. Like straight up saying this is the best Skyrim you can possibly get right now. A lot of people hear dumb shit and they parrot it. God, why did my dodge not work? Come on! Oh, he's dead. My favorite list is Arisen. Their list has been done. Arisen was fun, despite Carlotta's face. Or no, it wasn't even like Carlotta. It was a Jarl Balgruuf had the anime face. Jarl Balgruuf was looking pretty cute. He just looked hilarious. I don't know. I just distinctly remember that. Wink Balgruuf. I just think that people really underestimate how much they can do themselves. I think there's two types of people. Well, there's a lot of different types of people who use Modlist, but some people use Modlist because they've made their own lists for years, and then they don't have that list anymore, and they can't be bothered to go and work on another one. That's how Modlists were for me for a long time. Is I made my own Skyrim list way back when, and I really didn't want to go through the hassle of learning what all the new mods that were released since are and this and that. I'm like, I'm just going to get something that's already made and is pretty close to what I want to play. It wasn't anything deeper than that. Other people don't have the time, which is fair. But then I think other people want, deep inside they want to make their own list, but they don't have confidence in their abilities. And to those people, I can promise you it's all learnable. It is all learnable. No matter who you are, like you can learn. Victory achieved. Victory. I don't think people always have that photo. I think it should be curiosity. I don't think so. I don't, maybe for some people, but I think some people have, it isn't just curiosity. I think for some people, they genuinely like, they want to hear their answer. They already have a preconceived notion of what they think the best Skyrim list is, but they want it to be validated by somebody else. I think that's the point. The whole reason I started YouTube is so that I could just like, because it takes a lot of time and space and whatnot, and effort to test all these lists out. So I just started the channel so that I could test them out so that, you know, people could have a reference point and see gameplay of whatever list they're trying to find. And I could just like run around, showcase gameplay, showcase some visuals, and like the actual gameplay, not just some cinematic edited thing. And then just briefly explain what's in the list. And that it just so people didn't have to feel like they had to keep downloading all these new lists that come out, you know? So if they see something they like, they can go play it. But then it kind of, I think, veered off into everybody wanting to test out every single list that ever came out. And then just, it almost had like the opposite of what I intended. The opposite effect. Which is, it's like fine to, if you really want to test every single new list, I think it's fine to do so. But I think list hopping can also not be fun. And like sometimes it's better to just stick with steel daikatana plus 10. What the? So, and sometimes it's better to just like stick with whatever you are currently playing, you know?
Danger's about, I can tell. Be cautious.
Gustavo, you can literally turn off that mechanic or set it to 1 hour.
Time to end this little game. I have to. Why?
A brief snippet dropped or in depth. Okay. I don't know. You don't think it's the opposite? I think that dropped does a really good job of like saying what is in the list. But I never felt like I actually, from watching his videos, like knew how the list played. If that makes sense. Like you can talk about a list, but if you don't showcase actual gameplay, it's really hard to understand what you're getting into. And I think so much of Skyrim is just being able to, like, if you want a visual reference, you got to see people move around. You got to see the UI. You got to see actual combat, you know, instead of it just being fully cinematic. And his videos are really well made. Don't get me wrong. They're informative. But I think they're almost more like cinematic trailers.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Oh no, is this Meridia?
Listen. Hear me and obey.
Don't want to.
A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilgrief, and I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Another thing that reading spell, like needing to read books mod does, is when you pair it with survival mode, it disincentivizes people to just grab master level spells when they don't have the perks for it, because it's going to take like an insane amount of time to read them unless you actually get the perks for those spells, you know? But if you get the book's reading, if you got the perk and you're like rested and stuff, or you're sitting down, it really takes like almost no time. It was more pleasant. I don't know. I like the OG one. I like the OG. Is my two-handed just leveling? Wait. Or not my two-handed, my like archery. Like I'll notice like, how is my archery capped? Do I have an injury or something? I have bone break, fever, and combat stress. We're no longer feeling stressed. Okay, kill them. So many giants. I guess we'll do sleeping tree camp. Maybe I should turn in the ones that I got so far. No, actually, sleeping tree won't take long. No, I know, Block, but why? What I'm saying is, like, my archery somehow just leveled up. It's like almost like the skill. I feel like I know what's going on. I feel like because of the archery overhaul mod. Oh, yeah, see, something weird is going on. Like, it didn't. It let me raise my two-handed to 56. It should have let me raise my archery to 46. You see what I'm saying? That's why it has me confused. Stuff in the air. It's like snow. Giant dandruff? Exactly. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's tons of lists out there, and what I hate seeing is when a fanboy of a different list goes into like every video and just puts down every other list. And like through no fault of the authors of those lists that they're fanboys of, but like, you know, there is EDLR no best list. Giant lice. That would be a nightmare. I hate the thought of like bodily parasites, like lice and worms and stuff. That shit's disgusting. Like one of my least favorite scenes from the Harry Potter movies is, I think it was Ron started like throwing up slugs. I don't know, that sort of stuff really grosses me out. I feel like the community in general makes these weird fandoms. Other showcasers always doing the best list thing. Well, the showcase, like, it gets clicks. It gets clicks. When I first learned about buttworms, I died. I almost died. Yeah, it's disgusting. But yeah, the best listing, it's incentivized by the fact that you can probably get more clicks just by saying, hey, this is the best list. Okay. No, I don't think you understand, Fenrir, what I'm saying, right? Is if the experience is capped to your skill level, to your race ability plus your level times whatever, right? Then these numbers don't make sense to me. And each level, I should be able to raise all my abilities that I capped from the previous level. So what I mean by that is, like, it should be like these numbers need to like align in a certain way, but they don't seem to. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, for some reason, I'm able to raise two-handed more than I can raise my other skills. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they're capping at different values. My arrows aren't going anywhere. Racial caps? No, yeah, like I understand racial caps, but what I'm saying is racial caps will be like, racial bonuses give you like 5 or 10, and in some perk mods 15. So these should be like within those values of each other, but they're not. That's what I mean. Because look, this archery, my archery is 44, so this should be 54, right? This being 49 makes sense, because that's 5 away from 44. But then this is randomly 56 instead of 54. You get what I'm saying? It's like a weird value. It's like a weird value. Here, I'll show you. Player.adv level 200. Let's see if that will give me a level. See, look, I can't raise my two-handed, but I can raise my light armor, my smithing, my archery, right? So my light armor, smithing, and archery are fine, but look, now I can't raise two-handed. And this, like, gets them normal. But then, like, next level, it's gonna be, like, busted again or something. See, look, and now I can't raise archery. That doesn't make any sense. So because I got all those capped last level, I should be able to raise each of these by 2 or whatever. But now I can't raise archery. I've never... yeah, like, I've been noticing it this entire time, and it's just been bugging me out. I have never seen that happen. Like... It's something, I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's like some weird formula for, I don't know. I think books and quests, no, like, I don't think that has anything to do with Sean. I think it's just broken. Yeah, it's like, it's just a weird, it's not like game breaking, it's just a very strange inconsistency. Yeah, it's not something that will... I mean, the only thing I can think of is it's either a conflict with static skill leveling or a conflict with experience. But that's definitely not how it should be. Victory achieved. Gain the marked enemy ability. Marked enemies take more damage from it. Deal 40% more damage to boss enemies? What? Just flat 40% more damage to boss enemies? For every 5 cleared bounty quests, light armor provides an additional 10% armor rating up to 50%? What? That is insane. Now I can mark enemies. Really? How do I mark enemies? I didn't get the ability. I'm scammed. Got him point blank. Victory achieved again. I'm confused grunting. There's custom skills. I haven't even been using these vision things. Probably should. Heal Shield of Health. Why does this Orcish Mage Circlet weigh 10? Guess I'll get rid of the Goblin Shaman stuff. There's a 15% damage reduction one. This one gives me faster movement speed. That's kind of insane. We need a Borat in Skyrim mod. Windhelm is #1 exporter of racism. All other holds have inferior racism. Dun, 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 dun. Windhelm Industrialized is the best mod in the world. We sell flowers sold by little girls. As far as I'm concerned, Borat 1 was the only Borat. Alchemy components like reeds, one does 25% range damage. I think my damage is just fine considering I'm killing giants and stuff point blank. But yeah, there was a Borat 2 that came out like a couple of years ago. The 2020? Or they're still out here. They're still out here.
Want to come hunting with me? It takes more than just shooting arrows, you know. You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, sister.
Do I?
I'll take my leave then. All right.
Oh.
I'll give you a chance. But remember,
Dude, COVID actually did ruin my sense of time. Years pass by and they feel like days. Everything blends together. Ajit has tents.
Fortune smiles upon this meeting.
Was it an October surprise? I don't know. I remember I saw it and didn't really find it that funny. I had like a few chuckles, and that's pretty much it.
City's closed. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Didn't really have any knee slappers even. It was mostly like a couple moments where I exhaled air from my nose.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
yeah. On my own.
Yeah.
Pride of yours. Can I help you?
Yeah.
It's a sword. Listen, could you take this? Thanks.
Thanks.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I have so many bear pelts. Bear pelt. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Wizard? Different does up as push up, bruh. I might be the only person who prefers traditional Skyrim sorting for crafting stuff. I like to sort stuff by just like weapons, armor stuff, and then just sort by damage value, you know? I'm not a big fan of the mod that does that.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy.
More
inside.
You prefer this? I really don't need to sort stuff by type. That's just me. Like, I'd rather sort it by, like, look, you click Nordic and you see there's weapons and armor. Like, to me, it's just like, weapon and armor should be separated. That's just me. So that you can actually see the damage values and stuff. Or I wish I would use this if it gave you an option to like press tab or something to use the traditional system. Sounds like a Shazda mod. Random ingot.
I don't. Yes, actually.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Looking to protect yourself.
And All I wanted is some corundum. Got me working.
That's a decent weapon you made there. Have you met my... Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about it sharpened up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone.
Imperials are Italian. There's blonde Italians.
I help my father. This looks... You want to keep helping?
But Imperials
How about
aren't
you make
actually
some
Italian, though.
Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. You think... Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of...
They're not even fully Roman. The Imperials represent more the Roman Empire itself and not specifically Romans.
Yes? I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate.
Like, the Heartland is basically like the equivalent of Italy.
You have... Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
I can't do it. Where's smithing? What the hell? Bro, I am confused. Why do I have all these smithing perks unlocked? Yeah, Calovia is kind of like Slavic. I'm so confused, man. I was born with it! Molded by it. Except I can't do anything. I can't temper the... Is it because I'm wearing it? You ripped me off. You gave me fake ingots. You're a Nord? Oh, maybe. I feel like that'd be an Orcish thing, though, not a Nordic thing. Bye.
Get away from me.
No, you get away from me.
Give a holler if you have any questions.
Gotta purchase this.
Of course.
I just realized that
I can tell you're no
this still... Oh my god.
I'm sure we can meet your hunting.
Wait, this still has the reading is good mod that... That's probably why the skills are broken. So this has the reading is good mod, right? That gives you insight instead of level up your actual skills. But it uses static skill leveling. So this mod... Like, unless I'm missing something, this mod shouldn't be used with static skill leveling. And I've mentioned this to Alex before, and I think he at one point took it out, and then he like put it back in for some reason. So I'm confused. I tried the building bridges mod. Now I'm more interested in burning bridges. I'm like, wait. Missive's board is broken. There it goes. Kill the leader of somebody. Okay. We need a missives. You know, I'm gonna take a look at missives. And I swear, I'm gonna make it so that you only get a bunch of bounty mods. I wish the experienced mod author would find a way to reuse mod skill use to actually provide a buff to XP gains. That'd be cool.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Then never have to patch experience gain stuff ever again. I don't know why I'm even buying the skill book when already established doesn't really do much. I feel like that would be like people who are good at DLL level mods could probably do that. I feel like there's a way that you could just convert them to XP gain.
We are the children of man. Talos is
You still need to patch XP gains? Rip. Yeah, that took a while when Lorem is patching out XP and attack speed stuff. You know what would be cool? Right? You know what I think it should be? You know what would be really awesome? Is the reading is good mod? It should provide... What if it provided a mod actor value? Where you gain... Instead of a set actor value, mod actor value, so you can overcap your skills. Then once you get 5 books, you're 10 overcap or something. I don't know.
What's the meaning of this? Well, that explains why the guards let.
Or each of the skill books should just give like a unique little perk or something. I really hate skill use buffs, vanilla.
Oh, you were at Helgen. By Ismir, Irileth was right. I serve Jarl Balgrove as steward. From 8. Ah, thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. Of course. How can I argue with that?
Hunting apartment is 500 gold.
Here, this is for you. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our against?
What did I get? I only had 1,000 gold. Now I have 8,000. So those bounties were worth quite a bit.
Taken and once you know, and of course I have everything. Would you be so kind as to do? Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Brother,
You know, if you've got the app
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my
really got to get more carry weight or something. Or drop off some of the millions of things that I have.
Here. Come, let's go find Farin, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Faringar.
I don't know.
Found someone who can help you with your dragon project.
Like I said before, ESO, it's kind of... It's canon in one sense, but it's not like canon in another sense, so... Like, who knows?
So the Jarl...
Is the really annoying thing with the Elder Scrolls Online is basically...
go to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Nothing makes any sense anymore.
The Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You all... That...
Makes even less sense than it did already. So I don't really pay... I've read up on ESO lore, but... Some of it's interesting, but other stuff I'm like, man, why?
So rise up, children of the Empire. Rise up, Stormcloak.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's canon, but before the dragon break. So it's canon as in it's part of the It's like part of the. Can't even say universe. I mean, it's so convoluted. Canon, but it didn't really happen, sort of thing. Which in almost every other video game universe would make zero sense.
Let me know if you see anything you like. What can I help you with, my friend? Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice.
Dealing with Daedra, it has a lot of conflicts and no patches. That probably...
Take a look.
Depending on how old the mod is, that might tell you something. Man, you know what mod we desperately need, though? Desperately. I would literally pay somebody, not very much, but I'd pay somebody for a mod that just adds Draugr variety without touching anything else. Just adds Draugr variety without touching anything else. But I've done scouring throughout Nexus, and a mod like that does not exist. I've tried all of them, and all of them do something convoluted. And yeah, it sucks. What do you mean, touch anything else? Like, a lot of them, they'll basically adjust stats, or they'll turn the new Draugr into like leveled list based Draugr. No, I don't mean like not touching the tombs. I don't care if they swap out the tombs and stuff. But like they should just be using like vanilla templates for the Draugr and nothing else. Like just don't touch the stats, don't touch the leveled list, don't touch anything. Yeah, purely cosmetics. Draugr level list based in vanilla though. Oh, Draugr templates are a mess. Well, it doesn't matter if they're a mess or not. Like there should be, in theory, a way to just make the visuals change and have it be compatible with every mod. So yeah, I don't know. Like just add visual variety, that's it. Yeah, I really wanted to add a mod that changes Draugr variety, but like I tried all of them and they all do more than I'd like. It'd be nightmare fuel to do that. Why couldn't it be done in the same way that like dynamic animal variants and stuff is done?
Come back anytime.
A cannibal Draugr doesn't is not for all Draugr. That's not what Cannibal Draugr is.
If you need a remedy.
That's not really what I meant. I meant like that Hogbui mod or whatever. Because Ev can work by swapping worn armor, but Draugr are more complex than animals. Well, I don't know.
I know your family's honor is
But I don't see how, even if it was done on a cell-based level. So what I mean is this, right? Is you have a cell, and it normally puts in a Draugr. So all you do is replace it with a different Draugr, and you just do that for just like a handful or something. I don't know. You don't have to replace every single one. Even if it was like one additional variant for each type, I don't know. I feel like it's doable. Yeah, make variants.
There's no... I want you use, but I have... As and please. There's no time to stand on ceremony.
I'd very much like to see this dragon.
No Draugr templates restricted for that.
I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons. Now,
As
if you
you
don't
command.
mind, one last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've got my eye on you. Maybe we'll meet in the field. Just pray we're on the same side.
I feel like it. Do I like the Lake Malta Skyline mod? I don't personally like it. Hey, what's good, Matthias? Yeah, I'm not personally a fan of just floating islands, but some people like it. I mean, Wunduniik just goes for that very fantasy vibe. I'm looking forward to get disappointed in Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, we'll see if I'm still playing anything by the time that game comes out. So it might not disappoint me because I won't be there to be disappointed.
I'd even trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
I think with Elder Scrolls 6 being kind of around the corner, I mean, that's my prediction, is I think it disincentivizes Bethesda to make any further actual improvements to Skyrim. It's just a double-edged sword, I guess. I don't know. See how Elder Scrolls 6 is, but I'm not holding my breath. Lanterns, okay.
got something for just about everybody.
Oh god, that's bright.
Give a holler if you have any questions.
Can you not toggle it? Bretons can have pointed ears. Well, in the canon, by the time of the events of like Oblivion, they've lost all of their elf traits. So that's why they have pointed ears in ESO, but not in the games that take place in later eras. Okay. Power attacks do 50% extra damage. Okay. Light armor. I can do unhindered.
Be careful.
Sold his sister. He sold his sister for those ears. Still dark? You know what audio mod we need? We need a new footstep sound mod. I swear I don't like any of them. Hard specs? I'm not sure. Not sure what the actual requirements are. Probably decently high. Required specs lossless scaling. Hey, I'm not using lossless. I'm at 36 FPS right now. I've probably been playing a good bit of the stream at around 30 FPS with 4090 i9 14900K, 32 gigabytes DDR5. So, but I am on the Ultra preset, and I'm streaming. So, kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to pinpoint.
I'll show you what a real orc can do.
I was running it really well actually when I was recording. Oh well, then I was to be fair, I was recording without LODs because Alex just uploaded the LODs today. Aldmeri Steel Helmet of Major Archery. Take those. I feel like should offload a lot of this junk. Value weight. It's a really crappy value weight ratio. Iron ingots, that. Wolf pelts, that. Saber cat. I'm gonna get rid of the saber cat pelts. Corundum ingot, I got scammed. Silver ore. All this leather. I'm gonna keep the bear pelts for questing purposes. Gonna get rid of all the rest of that. That stuff is weightless though, so that's good. PC on fire? My 3060 Ti is recommended. I mean, maybe the performance preset, but definitely not ultra.
Who's there? Boss was looking for
There's
you.
no way
Said
it could
he'd
run
be
on
up to
ultra.
summit. No more. I hit the hole. Oh.
But anyway, I lost my train of thought. This, yeah, this is bright. Gonna rush to the top.
So you in?
Oh, what I was gonna say is my new 14900K. It actually runs way cooler than my 12900KS did. So I've been happy with it.
Time to end this little game.
What? It kicked me all the way back here? Oh, because I couldn't frickin' save. Man. That's a ripperoni pizza. Extra toppings. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it with that though, guys. I think we got a good little 3 hours then. I'll continue this playthrough. Some more. Right now we're doing this and Rulified. And then Wildcard should be coming out with an update soon, so I'm gonna do some of that as well. That comes out. Get back to Fallout New Vegas. So anyway, hey, it was fun. It was fun. So I think version 3.5 is coming out very soon. I don't want to give an exact date because I don't want to promise stuff on other people's behalf, but from what I know, it's coming out very soon. Yeah, we might do some Lorem too as well. But I've been going hard on the additions, so I'll do more Lorem, but not next couple days probably. Anyway, y'all, have a good night's sleep and have a good Sunday.